Hoopers are constantly making mistakes in basketball. Those mistakes may be big, those mistakes may be small. However, these mistakes are definitely holding hoopers back from reaching their full potential. They may be scoring 2 points in the game when their potential is to score 20 points in the game. They may be scoring 3 points. They may have the potential to score 40. So we want to make sure we reach our full potential. So if we want to reach our full potential, we have to limit these mistakes. So in this video today, I'm going to go over 5 mistakes that I noticed in basketball players and how to fix them. Let's get into it. The first mistake I see players make is trying to do too much in game. Players may try to dribble past 2 or 3 defenders when they have a wide open teammate in the corner and they can make that simple pass. A lot of players make these mistakes because of their ego. We all have an ego. We all want to stroke our ego, but we have to realize it's a team sport. We got to play within the team, keep the game simple, make it easier for everybody. When we try to do too much, that just hurts our game, hurts our teammate game, hurts our whole team overall. Also, when we start to do too much, that's when those turnovers start to happen. We start to throw steals, we start to lose the ball, we start to miss easy shots, we start to take bad shots, things like that. So we have to keep the game simple. We got to play within the flow of the game, keep it simple, and make quick and easy decisions. You can even work on this within your workouts. In your workouts, you can do drills such as dribbling the ball twice and then making a quick decision to pass or shoot. Giving yourself 3 seconds to make a decision. Keeping it simple, keeping it quick. The main thing I would say with this is just playing within the flow of the game. You have to make sure you play within the flow of the game because you don't want to force anything unnecessary. So when I say play within the flow of the game, I mean if you're playing a very fast-paced game and you play defense and you get a steal, okay, run the floor. You don't want to slow it down and start trying to do a whole bunch of dribbles. Just run the floor, hit the easy pass. If the game is a little slower, okay, let's get into the offense. Let's get our defense set. Let's do what we have to do to make sure we make the other team go slow. Let's just play within the flow of the game and keep the game simple. So the first mistake is doing too much. We have to make sure we don't do too much on the court. The next mistake I see a lot of players make is not knowing their role. In basketball, you have to know your role. Everybody's role is not to score 20 points a game. Everybody's role is not to get 30 rebounds a game. Everybody is going to have a different role than others. If you're a big man, your role may be to score 10 points but get 30 rebounds. That may be your role. Your role may be to control the paint, make sure nobody scores easy layups. If you're a point guard, your role may not be to score 20 points. Your role may be just distribute to the team and make sure you get your teammates open looks, get your teammates better looks. Just run the offense. And you may have some players who are just that good of a scorer where their role is to get a bucket for the team if they need to get a bucket. So we have to play within our role. We can't do too much. Like I said in the last one, we cannot do too much. We have to play within our role and know our role. Everybody is not going to be the main scorer. Everybody's not going to be the secondary scorer. Some people just have to be out there to play defense. We see it all the time. Dyson Daniels, Davion Mitchell, Jose Alvarado. These guys are out there mainly to play defense. Their role is not to mainly sit there and score. Now they can score and they're not going to limit their game, but the coaches put them out there. They're putting them constantly on the best man on the court just to stop them and lock them down. So we have to know what our role is in order to help the team. Everybody can't be a superstar. If everybody plays within their role, that is going to help the team win. I haven't seen a team that has won a championship with just a bunch of superstars. You can't do that. You have to have those role players. Those role players can win or lose you a game. So know your role, accept your role, and play your role to the fullest to help your team. So the third mistake that I see a lot of players make is not working on their weak hand. There is a lot of players that are right-handed. A majority of basketball players, majority of the people in the world are right-handed. But there's a good amount that are left-handed. However, when I'm guarding a right-handed player, a lot of times they're not very comfortable going to their left. So I'll shade off their right side and allow them to go left. And a lot of times I see them try to go back to the right hand no matter what, even if I'm taking it away. This right here is limiting your game. You have to be able to use that weak hand. We have to constantly work on it in practice. So if we're doing 25 reps with the right hand, we need to do 50 with the left hand to get it equally as strong, because using that left hand, using that weak hand is going to open up opportunities for you a whole lot. So now if your defender is guarding you on the left side and he want to give you the right side, okay, now you can take the right. If he's guarding you on the right side, he giving you the left side, now you can take the left. You can get creative. You can do different things. But not being able to use your weak hand is definitely going to limit you and hurt you in the long run. especially when defenders are way smarter, way better nowadays. They may take away your weak hand and then force you to use your strong hand just so they can cut you off and know that you have to spin back to your left hand. Now when you spin back to your left hand, a good defender like Dyson Daniels, he gonna sit there and be waiting on it, sitting on that and stealing it as soon as you start trying to go to the left hand, because they know you're not comfortable with it. So we have to be able to use both hands equally, be smart, and be able to use our weak hand. The next mistake I see players make is not moving without the ball. This is one of the biggest things that I like to talk about, because off-ball movement is one of the biggest, most important things in basketball. We can't just sit there and expect the one person to ISO and then try to score, and then they don't score, they pass it, and the next person try to score. We can't do that. We gotta create movement. We see it all the time in the NBA and college. On higher levels of basketball, there's constant off-ball movement. They may be setting an off-ball screen, somebody may be cutting, they may do a V-cut, something like that. But we have to use off-ball movement. Off-ball movement is going to open up so many opportunities for your offense, so many opportunities for you. If you catch your defender sleeping and you cut to the basket, that's a wide open layup. We talked about scoring 20 points in the last video. Well, there goes 2 of your points. You may cut to the basket 3 times. You got 6 points right there, and then maybe you have an and 1 foul or something. So we have to use off-ball movement. Off-ball movement is going to create more touches for you as well. You may get wide open shot opportunities. You may have a wide open look because you use the screen off ball, or instead of just standing in the corner, you cut to the other corner and now your defender is trailing you. So now you can attack him easier. So we have to be able to use this off-ball movement to open up things for our teammates, open up things for ourselves. And off-ball movement is just a huge key to the offense. I see a lot of players just standing around, and I cannot stand it. Off-ball movement, I keep saying it. Off-ball movement is a huge part of basketball that we have to use. The last mistake that I see a lot of players make is ignoring the mental side of basketball. This is actually the reason that I want to coach basketball and the reason that I do this on YouTube, because the mental side is such a huge aspect of basketball and a lot of players ignore it. A lot of coaches also ignore it, and they don't try to get to their players on the mental side. The mental side of the game is a huge part of the game, and it can cause you to score 20 points versus 2 points, or 3 points versus you scoring 50 points. We have to be able to focus on the mental side and understand the mental aspects of the game. So when we talk about the mental side, we're talking about things like overthinking, confidence, self-talk, things like that. Maybe we have to give ourselves positive self-talk over the game, which will then translate to our mindset, and that will translate to help us be more confident. So we have to use these things, use these different tactics to help us get confidence, help us not overthink, things like that. So focus on the mental side of the game, put a huge emphasis on it. A lot of people talk about Kobe Bryant and Mamba mentality and all of that. All of that was just the mental side of his game. He was very strong mentally. So we have to be able to focus on the mental side of basketball. Make sure y'all subscribe, because I also have made more videos. Go look at my other videos. I made videos on confidence, made videos on not how to overthink in basketball, things like that. So I have videos on things you can do to work on the mental side of basketball, and I will definitely be making more. So make sure y'all subscribe. And there you have it. Those are the 5 mistakes that I see most players making in basketball. We got to make sure we focus in on these mistakes, hone in on how we can fix these mistakes, which will then translate to our game. These mistakes, if we are able to fix them, this can cause you to go from 5 points to 20 points a game. Or your team overall, they may be losing by 2 or 3 points a game. Now you're winning by 10 to 15 points a game, because overall as a team, you fix these little mistakes. So focus in on the mistakes, and then try to identify other mistakes that you may be making. Maybe you're not comfortable dribbling behind the bag, something like that. Just an example. Focus in on how to fix that, fix these little mistakes, and that is going to help you expand your game. So make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more. I appreciate y'all.